Okay, here we have a right out of the box U2 wing. I chose something with black plastic just to better emphasize the way we're going to apply our Talon natural metal finish acrylic paint. Alright, get some air flowing here. Got my airbrush set at 18 psi, and I barely have the flow of the paint cracked open. As you can see, I'm lightly applying, beginning to get coverage, and a misting approach to get coverage. We're going to just keep working here and filling in, and we're going to just do one section of the wing here just to demonstrate how we get the coverage. Now what I'll do is I'll pause for a few minutes. We let this dry. Doing anything with natural metal finishes makes it hard to see with reflection, but as you can see, we pause again. Barely open up the airbrush to get paint to flow and apply. Again, we'll pause. I think part of the problem that a lot of people have when they're doing this, when they are painting, is they get too carried away and they try to put too much paint on too fast, and then it starts to glob and run. You don't want to do that. You want to barely crack open your flow. I'm using a double action gravity fed Iwata. Like I said, with 18 psi indicated on my pressure gauge. You can do this with a single action. It can be gravity fed, it can be siphon fed. The idea is a little paint goes a long ways, and you want to do it in light layers, light misting layers. And I just keep working it until I get the coverage that I want. Now, after this does dry for quite some time, after I get done with my initial sessions of coverage, I'll like to sit from this point, I'll just let this sit for a while. Then when I do come back later, and I'm going to just demonstrate it now, is instead of going with such light layers, I'm going to increase the flow. And by increasing the flow, I get the final coverage, plus I get a good leveling action of the paint. We don't have the pebbling or the bubbling effect that one sees when you do lots of little dry coats. I just increase it to flow, again, until I get the coverage that I want. Now this will be dry to the touch in about an hour. It's best that you let it cure as long as possible. Acrylics are very quick to harden up, but it takes them a while to outgas and fully cure. Again, I can go back and touch this up with more later, but right now I'm going to leave it as is.